Good morning, everybody. Cap Nation Live. Woo! Saturday, the 26th edition. What is going on, everybody? I do apologize first and foremost. You may see me run out of here. You may see me cut out of here. It's going to be a short show. Supposed to go live yesterday, so I went and fished yesterday for my little head-to-head derby. One, I got my butt kicked. I literally got my guts kicked because grabbed a sandwich from the old Quick Trip on the way to the lake. That way I had something to eat. And let's just put it this way. Can you say food poisoning? Food poisoning out my asshole, food poisoning coming up my throat, you name it. I have been up chucking, shitting my brains out. Not that you guys want to hear all of that stuff. But boy, did it get me. Thank God I ate it at the end of the day towards getting off the water, because when it hit me, it took like 45 minutes. And luckily I was about home when it hit me. I only had to stop, I think, I stopped 2 times on the way in the last, what would normally take me 10 minutes. Throwing up, coming out. I mean, it was just, it's wrecked me. So it's going to be a short little show this morning. I do apologize, but, and if you see me take off running or run out that way, one of the two, restrooms that way, but I could throw up over there. So if you guys see that, you guys know, and by the way, don't get the turkey bacon Swiss sandwich from the Quick Trip. It'll slice you up like Swiss cheese. Put it that way. Let me get this pole spinning so we're winning. So I'm a little lethargic today. My voice is raspy from throwing up every bit of my guts. But yeah, I did catch caught a shit ton of fish. Unfortunately, they were the wrong size, and I ended up losing my head-to-head by 2 pounds. I had 10. Well, less than that. I had 1060, and he had 12.5, which is a 12.5 for this little lake is actually pretty damn fucking big for 5 fish there. It's usually packed with a bunch of small fish. I mean, but I probably caught, no joke, I probably caught close to 100 largemouth bass in total yesterday, but a lot of them were just the same. A little tiny, too tiny, to be honest. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a look at 2 games while I'm still here live. We're going to take a look at 2 games. We're going to take a look at a baseball game, and then we're going to take a look at another one for you guys. But I'm just logging into Bet Online here. Oh, man, it's going to be a rough day. By the way, if you're on my personal plays, they have not been sent out yet. I'll be sending them out after the live show. Nothing super early, so don't worry. Nobody's going to miss nothing. What's going on, Shane? Yeah, definitely... sucking was an understatement, that's for sure. That is for sure. No more sandwiches from the Quick Trip for me. What is going on, everybody else? So we're going to take a look at Game 1 of the Houston and the Detroit Tigers game. This is going to be a 7-inning doubleheader game. It's a little bit of something special that we're going to talk about. And then we'll talk about the Suns and the Clippers game, game number 4. Clips down a game. Still catching 1+1. Over and under set at 218. That last one staying under. And by the way, we'll start with that one. We'll start with the NBA for you guys. 2-1. For everybody that doesn't know, it's been living under a rock. Suns up 2-1. Opened up with 2 straight wins in Phoenix. They went to LA, and they ended up losing by 14, 106-92. It still stayed under the total by like a country mile. Les, what's going on, buddy? Got some food poison yesterday in the late afternoon. But other than that, I'm here and I'm proud to be here. But if you see me run, that's the reason why, folks. Line on this one: Clippers plus the 1. Suns laying 1 minus 106. Total set over and under 218. Clippers showed us something in Game 3 that I don't know, and I've gone back and forth on them being able to repeat on one aspect of the game, and that's to shut down the Phoenix Suns from putting points up on the board. They did it in convincing fashion. They held the Suns to 92 points. Obviously, in order to win, you have to be able to outscore your opponent. But as I was saying during that one game, and while I was going, on the over, and I was actually on the Clippers, and I switched at the last minute, and as a personal play, gave out the over, because I just felt that if the Clippers wanted to have a chance to win, they were going to have to be able to outdistance and outproduce the Suns, which have been producing at great rate. I didn't think they'd be able to stop the Suns, or the Suns would stop themselves and hold themselves to such a low output offensively, which they did. So as far as today's game goes, the plus the 1, I have not seen Kawhi officially ruled out, by the way, Kawhi Leonard. He was ruled out of Game 3, obviously, but I haven't seen anything official for Game 4. So take that into consideration as well. But as far as today's game goes, the total scares me, because here I am expecting it to go sky high in the last game, and it stayed way under. All 3 games have been way under. Well, excuse me. The last 2 games have been way under. But what we saw out of that first game, 120 to 114, 134 points scored, shows me that it is possible, and the total scares me. I honestly, I like the over. I don't know if you go back and you watch that game, if it was the Clippers' defense or just the Suns' inability to knock down a shot in Game 3 was what slowed them down. If it was the Suns' own doing, they'll be back on track today, and they'll be scoring in order for they'll be back to scoring their normal offensive output, and then we're going to have to see the Clippers do what I was expecting for them to do in Game 3, which they did, just at a lower pace. So what to expect out of it today? Obviously, as far as the total goes, I lean towards the total going over. But again, I gotta steer clear of that one. I gotta steer clear of the Clippers over in this one, over 218. Even though I do like it, it burned us last one. I just don't know if I trust it enough to put any money on. I mean, that's just my honest opinion right there. But as far as the side goes, this didn't make as a premium play. But I do like the Clippers plus the 1 today again. I think being down 2 games to none was a do or die spot for them. Being down 2 games to 1. I mean, let's be honest. If you're down 3 games to 1 going into Game 5 back in Phoenix, what's the likelihood of that? You escape Phoenix twice with 2 wins, as well as a win in between in LA. So I think it's a very big do or die for the Clippers being down 2 games to none. If it was a 1-1 or a 2-1, a 1-1 series still, I wouldn't say it was, a do or die. But being down 2 games to none and then now 2-1, and knowing that the next game will be in Phoenix, that's a tall task for the Clippers if they lose today. So I think the Clips got to go all out today. I like them at the +1 with their backs up against the wall. A little early for backs up against the wall, but I feel that it's in that spot. Because if you go down 3-1 and 2 out of the next 3 games, potential next 3 games will be in Phoenix, yeah, you're not looking too sharp. So not only Clippers +1, but it's going to be something that I play as well. So give me 1 second. We're going to get this up on the board for you guys. All right, so get this up on the board for you guys. Clippers +1, and hopefully we don't jinx it. But you know, I honestly really do believe when your back's up against the wall, they're going to come in with a different mindset. And I think every game that they play, their back's up against the wall, unless they tie up the series 2-2, and then they're going to have the best out of 3 to finish it out if they were to somehow win today, get by today with a win. One second here. What is this? Let me go plug this in. All right, so basketball, check. For everybody that doesn't know, I got food poisoning last night. Well, yesterday evening and into last night. So if you see me run, full disclaimer, if you see me run, it means it's trying to exit the body. Spare you guys the details. Aaron, you're welcome. Normally we have 2 girls from accounting in the office on Saturday. There's only 1 today, so I helped a little bit. But my help is like extremely slow. Mo, I definitely agree. If they drop today, I'm pretty sure it's done. I feel the same way that that you're looking at at that one. All right, so stomach is not happy with me this morning. All right, Astros and Tigers game 1. All right, so I'm going to be real honest with you guys. I'm going to be real honest with everybody. This is obviously it's a 7-inning game, game 1 of a doubleheader. This was yesterday supposed to be my game of the week. The Astros on the run line yesterday was supposed to be my game of the week. It got postponed, it got rained out. Only fucking game on the board that gets rained out has to be my game of the week. So, my general rule when putting out a play like game of the week is I try and avoid at all costs 7-inning games, shortened games, any of that nature. When you have such a big bet and you're betting on such or a much higher quality team, I would rather take and get that extra at a bare minimum 8th inning where a lot of runs are scored when you're trying to lay the run line at -1.5. Because if they're up by 1 going into the bottom of the 7th or the top of the 7th and they're up by 1, we're not going to see the 7th inning or the 8th inning. And how many times have we hit a run line by a miracle walk-off home run that covered in the bottom of the 9th? It's happened to us a lot, or we've been beat by it. So when I have such a big bet, and I'm throwing you guys a bone here, I still love the play, but I won't put it out as such a big play because it's a 7-inning game. Okay, because of the 7-inning game, it's no longer a game of the week. I will have a game of the week early in the week as a makeup. I already have my eyes on one. It was something that I was planning on using for something, but we'll use it as a game of the week later in the week. Or the early part of the week. So just remember that. If you were on it, don't worry, you'll get it. Expect it in about 2 days. aka Monday. So, as far as this one goes, the pitching matchup, Mize against Valdez. Old Famber's strikeout prop sitting at 7 at plus money, plus 120. 6 is at, you got to lay 2 to 1, minus 208. Gonna steer clear of that one, but the Astros in every which direction. If you can stomach laying the 208 on the money line, it's my play right there. However, I do love the run line on this one, and I'm gonna give you guys that one. I'm gonna throw you guys a bone because I know we haven't had a lot of plays during the week, and I wasn't able to make the live yesterday because I was dying. Yeah, Michael, we do. We do. You just got to email in. I haven't checked my email this morning if you already checked in, but I'll definitely check my email here in a little bit as soon as we get off the live show. So as far as this one goes, you guys already know who I'm rolling with. If you're on my game of the week yesterday that got postponed, no, we're not betting it as a game of the week today, but it's definitely premium personal play, quality play. Framber Valdez 4-0 with his 1.67 ERA. Only 9 walks through 32 in the third innings. I like it. I like it. Okay, Mike, I'll check it. I was out of the office all day yesterday, but I will check it. So, again, remember, short show just because of a little food poisoning, and I'm absolutely dying. So we'll get this one up on the board for you guys. I wanted to be able to give you guys something good and something special to make up for a very short show. Get that up on the board for you guys. Almost a close call. Thank God we were panned to the Vibe Interactive free play board. That was almost a close one. So here's my thank you, Joe, and everybody. Appreciate that. Oh, I've been drinking tons of water. Here's, by the way, let me talk about something before I do run. UFC starts in 23 minutes. He had a pretty solid Bellator last night. He only lost one fight out of all of Bellator. Happened to be the last one of the night, going for the sweep. So I think he was 8-0 or 8-1 or 9-1, something like that. I'd have to go back and double check, but I know my account took a nice big jump from Bellator yesterday. I know a lot of you guys are already on the max fight pick, and today's is looking great. But remember, UFC is really early this morning. Thank you, Jesse. 23 minutes UFC starts. Yeah, Tim, game 1. Oh, yeah, let me specify that. Hold on. Thank you. Yes, game 1. Thank you. Let me throw that back up on the board so everybody can see. But FC nailed that UFC card last week. There's one disappointment was the max fight pick, unfortunately, which he'll bounce back strong with today. So if you're not on that UFC card for $29.99, man, you guys are going to miss out. You guys are going to miss out. He's going to be on a monster. It's an amazing money-making card. Yeah, and Mo, at 20 minutes, as you're saying. That one's in 20 minutes. And then Guaranteed Saturday, you have until 7 p.m. Eastern Time is the cutoff for Guaranteed Saturday. So you actually have plenty of time for Guaranteed Saturday. So you have plenty of time. Definitely bet the Astros sooner rather than later, yes. I think that's a good idea. righty, so yes, definitely get on the UFC. And by the way, if you're on my personal plays, give me about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and they'll be in your inbox, okay? Give me about 20 to 30 minutes, and they'll be in your inbox, and they should be fire today. Today should be a nice big bounce back. All right, guys, again, I do apologize for the super light show today as far as packing a punch with plays. I think we'll hit that one out of the park. All right, folks, I am out. I do apologize for the short show, but I'm going to go probably throw up again. And hopefully we can rid this food poisoning of its cycle. Good luck, everybody. Please wager responsibly. And we'll be back live tomorrow morning. Should be tip-top shape tomorrow. Get this shit out of my way and have a steak later. That should set my stomach up, right? All right, guys. Good luck, everybody. Thank you.